Okay, it's been a minute. It's been a while. Wow, where do I even start? Where do I even begin? This is Google. Um, it's been almost a month, and you are probably asking, "Hi, Bo, what drop her just one or two videos and then she disappeared? Why?" I'm sorry. It's been hectic, guys. It's been, I think, in fact, when I started this channel, I had hopes and dreams that I would post a video at least once a week or two videos once a week. And those hopes and dreams were quickly shattered by life. Oh, yeah. So where have I been? First of all, igama lam Nande. My name is Nance. I go by Nance on my socials, Joka. And on this channel, we grow together. On this channel, we are on a journey of personal development. I've got Jumbo's fur. Personal development, career development, and financial development. So I share all things that. And disclaimer, I work for an FSP, and although I work for an FSP, I'm not giving you financial advice. If you are seeking financial advice, please do speak to a financial advisor who is registered with the FSCA. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Where have I been? So I had hopes and dreams that when I started this channel, right, this journey has been burning in me. Like I've been wanting to start this channel because the knowledge that I've gained over the years, I believe and know for a fact that it is a season and a time for me to release, right? And God is using this platform specifically for that, right? So I had hopes and dreams that I would at least post on a weekly basis. And I actually, in January, I actually recorded in bulk because I was like, okay, even when I don't have the time to actually record, let me at least have something to release. But then when we edited the videos, we being myself and my husband, I did not like the quality. For some reason, I don't know, the quality was just not. And I know I'm too much of a perfectionist. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but at least it must be 99.9. Okay, 90%, okay, at least, you know. And those videos were not giving 90%, they were giving me 60%, right? So I was like, mm-mm. I have to redo these, right? So I was like, I'm gonna find the time to sit down and actually record. I've been active on my socials, but I haven't had the time to actually sit down and film because a lot goes into filming. There's sound, there's light, there's editing, there's this, there's that. If you're a content creator, you know. And I'm not a full-time content creator. I do this like, you know, sort of on a part-time basis, right? I'm not a full time, I don't make any money from YouTube. I do this out of the goodness of my heart. And if in the future I do manage to get a penny or so, great. But at this point, you know, I'm a full time career girl, I'm a full time mother, I'm a full time wife, I'm studying. So there's just, there's a lot going on, and adding weekly videos to that plate, at some point, it's just going to all crumble down. So, yeah, so I thought I should just catch you up and explain by BNDP, and so that you don't think I just went MIA. I didn't go MIA on you. I just, life was just lifing. Okay. Anyway, so today I thought I should actually, the last video I did was on financial freedom. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will notice that a girl, yo sis, I purchased a new baby. A new baby. I'm very proud. I need a moment. I do. I do. Because a girl has been working hard. When I tell you, the last year or so in my career and my life has just been about working hard, sacrificing a lot of things, and not specifically to buy a car, no, but for the goals that I have set for myself. I've been focused in achieving those, right? And so when I made this purchase, it's not my first car. This is the third time I'm buying a car. But this one was different, man. This one was this one was everything I wanted. I took my time. I took 3 months to buy this car. I started this journey in from November this year, visited dealerships, specified what I wanted, you know, went on YouTube, watched car reviews. I did a lot. I compared prices. I did a lot. Let's just say that I made sure that my I's were dotted and my T's were crossed, because there was no way we were going to land up in the same situation for Grace. If you don't know Grace, watch my first video on financial freedom, and you'll know who Grace is, right? So this time we had to do it right. And so yeah, I've been active on my on my socials. So I was actually mentioning that if you don't follow me, I that's what also happened during this time. And I thought I should actually do a sit down, um, and not necessarily talk about the purchase, but talk more around why I work so hard. I'm the hardest working person I know. I'm joking. But I work hard. I genuinely do. I genuinely work for work. I genuinely work hard. And I shared a little bit on my Instagram around, you know, losing my mom when I was 8 years old, and my sister was 11 years old. Um, and from that moment, there was literally a switch. An 8-year-old realizing that a whole world has just crumbled down. And in fact, when I think back, I don't have a lot of memories of my mom, because from that day, it was literally like, how can I explain it? It was literally like, man, like my world was literally just turned around. My world was literally just like, there was no looking back. There was no going back. Basically, I knew for a fact that my mom was never coming back. I knew for a fact that my mom could never wake up. I knew for a fact that that was my reality, right? So I ran with that. I looked forward and I never looked back. Same with my sister. We have both been like that since that very day, right? And I think, you know, I do the things I do now and the way I do them it comes from that day. It comes from knowing that there's no plan B. It comes from knowing that, you know, it, one I mentioned on the post that it was, we all we knew was that we had to go to school, get an education, and from then, you know, so that was the only option. Yes, my mom's siblings raised us, but there was never an opportunity of, okay, let's just sit and figure this out. There was never an opportunity of, let's go for therapy, let's go for counseling. And you know this, in if you are black, in the black community, therapy and counseling back then was never a thing. It's a big thing now, but back then it was never. So there was never a moment of just, okay, what just happened? Okay, where to from here? It was literally run, like just run, just never look back, just run. And we've literally been running since, right? So that's why I work so hard. That's why I am where I am today, because of the decision I took as an 8-year old of, there's no plan B. There's just, you just have to move. You just have to move. And I'm grateful, because one of the things that kept me was knowing God. If there's one thing I'm grateful for that my aunt did for me, my mom's sister, she gave us God. She gave us God. She said, here's God, basically. And God has carried us since. God has been our source since. God has been our sense of direction since. My favorite scripture in the Bible that says, your word is a light on my path and a lamp on my feet. Your word is a lamp on my feet and a lamp unto my path. That word has been so true in my life, literally on a daily basis. That word has been so true. I am a living testimony of God's grace, of His mercy, of His goodness, of His faithfulness, of His kindness, of His unconditional love, of His just He is just my everything. So every day when I wake up in the morning and I get ready for work, or I whatever it is that I'm doing, it always comes from that place of, there's no plan B. Like as a young girl, I was sharing this with a friend of mine the other day, in fact. I said, as a young girl, I never, sorry, that's Jumbo. I never had dreams of having a big wedding, meeting Prince Charming, who's gonna sweep me off my feet and make me his wife, and he's just gonna do everything for me, or I'm gonna, I never, as a young girl, I never had those dreams. My dreams were always study, get a job, work, study, get a job, work. Literally, that's how I programmed my mind. Even when I was in varsity, I didn't have many friends in varsity. Like, I never even went clubbing in varsity. Literally, I never. Maybe I should have to get the experience, but I never. Because I was always just like, you have to work, you have to work. You don't have plan B, you don't have a plan B. You just have to keep going, you just have to keep going, you just have to keep going. And it paid off, right? It really did. Even when I got my first job, I never wanted to mess it up. When I got that opportunity, my first role was as a financial planner at ABSA. And even the way in which I got that role is just a testimony on its own. In fact, one of the guys who interviewed me for the role, Lebogang Nyokong, ended up being my career mentor. I'm still in contact with him today because he saw potential in. I never studied financial planning. I studied economics, So, in what world was I now going to be a financial planner? And I'm actually so grateful for that experience, because that's where I got my passion for finances. I've always worked in an FSP. Um, that's why I got my passion. Like, I was dealing with clients, man, where you would sit and you would be like, how do you not know this? You know? And I think also this channel comes from that. It comes from a place of, there's so many people who don't know. There's so many people who need this information. There's so many people who could be so far in life if they knew A, B, C, and D, especially Black people. Like, I would deal with Omama who would come in for, like, they maybe inherited money from their spouses, and they didn't know what to do with it, what to do with the money. They never had a will, they never had this. So every time I would sit with them, I was coming from a place of, man, I need you to know. If you know, you're going to do better. You're not going to squander the money, you're not going to do this. And I had a sense of, you know a great feeling from that, because I knew that I had made a difference in someone's life. you know um did I mention the disclaimer? So I work for an FSP, so please, I'm not giving any financial advice on this channel. If you want financial advice, do speak to a registered financial advisor who is, do speak to a certified financial advisor who's registered with the FSCA, right? So that was my first role. And like I mentioned, that on its own was just a testimony. My life is just a living testimony of God's goodness. Um, so from then, I never wanted to ever, every role I've had in corporate, I've never wanted to squander it. I've never wanted to mess up. I've never wanted not to perform, because I always have this in mind, that this is my bread and butter. Now, does that mean I'm going to stay in a toxic environment? Does that mean I'm going to? No. Matter of fact, I've once left a toxic environment because I was like, no ways, ma'am. But I'm saying this to say that, don't make excuses, man. If you are at a place in your life where you have certain dreams and certain aspirations, and you see yourself, you know, at a certain place in the future, you need to work for that. No one is going to come and give it to you on a silver platter, unless you are a trust fund baby. No judgment to that. If you are a trust fund baby, then you're good. You're not like me, you know. But if you really see yourself, and if you have goals and dreams of being at a certain place in your future, you have to work for it. You literally have to wake up every morning and know what you are waking up for. I'm actually thinking right now of my vision board. On my vision board, I did a vision board this year, and I had a couple of things that I wanted to achieve by the end of this year. One of them was buying a new car. One of them was studying. And it's the 1st of March, and I've achieved those two things. I've registered for my postgrad, and I bought a new car. And when I reflect, I'm actually so happy I did that, because my vision board is a screensaver on my phone, and every morning when I wake up, I look at it and I'm like, okay, today we're waking up, this is what we need to achieve, this is what we're working towards. So there's no time to sleep, there's no time to play. We have to do what we got to do. So I guess this video was supposed to be on part 2 of the financial freedom series, and here I am. Yeah, just going on and on about other things. But I guess I'm speaking from the heart. Um, and I really want to encourage, especially that little girl inside of you. If you are at a place in your life where you're feeling like, what is next? Like, there's nothing I wake up and I look forward to when I wake up in the morning. I'm working in a role where I've just had it. What's next for me? Like, there's no breakthrough. There's no this. There's no that. Girl, get up. Yes, it's not easy. I know, but sleeping is not going to do anything for you. It is not going to do anything for you. If it means get up early in the morning and read a book, excuse me, if it means get up in the morning and read a book to encourage yourself, do that. If it means getting up in the morning and taking a walk, getting some sunshine, getting some air, do that. If it means moving your body or whatever you can do, listen to a podcast, surround yourself with people with positive energy, surround yourself with people who speak the same language as you, and that's going to help you. You're going to move a step closer to where you need to be. One of the things I had set my mind this year was really surrounding myself with like minded people. I've been on a journey of making friends or making new friends, and and God has slowly been answering that prayer. And all the new friends that I've made this year and last year are like-minded people. When we sit down and have a conversation, when I leave their home or they leave my house or restaurant, wherever it is that we've met up, I leave feeling like, wow, man, you know, I feel rejuvenated, I feel revived, I feel encouraged because we are winning together. These are girls that are doing great things in their own lane. These are girls that are just doing it for themselves. They're not relying on anyone to do it for them. They're working girls. They getting the bag themselves, basically. No shade if you are please yo ndingathi yo hayi ke thina singasebenziyo sisengxakini please. I've also wanted to be a wife. In fact, I still want to be a housewife. But no, I'm never gonna be a housewife because I love my independence. No, I'm never gonna be no. I just love my independence. I love having my own money. I love being able to do things for myself, being able to buy things for myself. I love that. So no shade if you are a housewife. Please don't come at me and say I bo, but good for you, sis. Good for you. So yeah, man, I really hope that when you listen to this, you take a moment to, sort of take stock of where you are currently, where you want to be, and what you need to do to get there, what steps you need to take to get there, And at the back of your mind, know that no one is going to do that for you. You have to get up and do it. If you're working towards being debt free, you have to do something about it. If you are working towards living a healthier lifestyle, you have to get up and do it. If you are working towards changing roles or, you know, you have to get up and do it. No one is going to do it for you. Um, so yeah, no, this video is not what it should have been. But I'm gonna release it. I'm not gonna refilm. I'm not gonna refilm. I'm not gonna film again. I'm gonna release it, and I hope that you feel encouraged. I hope that you take one or two things out of what I've said, and yeah, please do subscribe to the channel. Please like, please comment, If you feel like this is something that will help someone else out there, please do share. When you guys engage the content or like, it is then recommended to it's recommended basically for other people to consume. I consume a lot of YouTube. I don't have DSTV at my house. um, I only have Netflix, Showmax, Prime, or Amazon, and YouTube. I consume a lot of YouTube because I'm like a sponge. I love learning from other people. I love consuming content that is going to move me or shift me from one place to another in a positive way. Um, so when you consume and you like and you share the content, someone else gets to benefit from that as well. So, anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. I don't know when. I do hope sometime next week. If not, it will be. There will be a next one. Trust me, there will be a next one. Bye.